What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today obviously we're going to talk about the Barcelona victory 4-0 over PSV at the Camp Nou. I just gotta say sorry about that. I confused obviously the away with the home match, and that may happen, but I'm gonna try to obviously reduce as many mistakes as possible, because that's something very important to me, and every time I make a mistake I just really want to make the video again just to fix that, but sometimes it may slip, so hopefully it won't happen in the future. I'm just gonna keep trying to give you the best quality content I can, and I'm just gonna keep pushing for it to make this better. But starting off with the match reaction, I want to start by talking how good this Barcelona side was. This has been the first 11 that for almost the entire season now has been like the once de gala. That's how in Spanish you say this is like the best squad we have right now, and it looks very, very good. The understanding and chemistry between the players just looks seamless, and there really isn't any kind of like problems I can say with the understanding between them. We saw in what moments, for instance, in the game that was against Deportivo Alavés at the start, where Dembele, Coutinho and Jordi Alba didn't understand each other very, very well. But now it just seemed that Valverde has touched upon that, he has fixed that, he's looked at it from a very mature way, and as the manager should do, is address the problems. He went over, grabbed Jordi Alba, grabbed Coutinho, grabbed Dembele and trained them separately. And that now looks like a thing of the past. They look really, really dangerous through that left-hand side, and that's where most of our attacks actually came from during this game. I just feel that that's understanding between Coutinho and Dembele especially, obviously Jordi Alba as well, is just perfect. Right now, it can get even better, yes it can, but right now it's really, really good. It's at a very, very good level, and this standard is just gonna keep getting better as the months progress, and as obviously we progress in the Champions League, hopefully, and this is very, very good. And just to keep talking about obviously that understanding Coutinho and Dembele, I thought Dembele today was absolutely insane. Messi may have got the hat-trick, he may get the man of the match, but for me Dembele today, throughout the entire 90 minutes, was the player who just played at an outstanding level. I think that the start of Messi was obviously great, then he got even excellent, but Dembele was obviously, for me, like through the entire 90 minutes, was absolutely outstanding. He was really, really good. The runs he made were absolutely insane. But the most important thing, that why is he doing this? Why is he playing this way? Is because of that confidence that he has been gaining, because Valverde has been giving him the game time. Many people say like, where was Dembele last season? I still remember one of you guys, I don't know if you're watching right now, but one of you guys say, well, why do you say Dembele can be as good as somebody like Mbappe? Then why he's not Mbappe right now? Why is Mbappe the guy like getting all the praise right now and not Dembele? Well, the main thing is that Mbappe gets every single minute basically in PSG. He plays almost every single match. Dembele last season didn't have that, basically. He didn't have that. But now he's gonna have that. He's gonna have an entire season with full like 90-minute games, and it's gonna be very, very good to see. And we're gonna see a Dembele that progress. Just imagine how quick Dembele has been this season. He has got in 5 appearances, or 5 appearances, he has got 4 goals. That's more goals than he scored in the entirety of the last season, and he is just freaking starting. So Dembele is here, and Dembele is here to stay. In the case of Messi, I don't know exactly what I else have to talk about him. The 3 goals that he scored were absolutely superb. The first one, the free kick, was wonderful. Then the next one, that if I'm not wrong, was the one that he got chipped by Rakitic or Luis Suarez, and then he just like pulled it down with one touch and put it into the back of the net. I think that was the second one. My roommate was like, yeah, that's bullshit. That's like a very, very bad goal. But the technique that you had to have to like put the ball down with one touch, and then with that same touch put it into the back of the net, that's a world-class touch. And I gotta say, today, every single day I watch Messi, I just get impressed even more. It's really surprising how this guy just pulls everything out of the book. Like every single page of his entirely like Messi book is insane. So before moving on over to a tactical analysis, I want to talk about Gerard Piqué, because for the entirety of like the last season, I was like so like Gerard Piqué should continue being the main starter back at Barcelona. Who knows, by the name obviously, but for like the playing and what he actually performed, he wasn't that good. He was a good player, but he wasn't like excellent. We need someone to be excellent, and today, well, thankfully, he was very, very good. For me, as alongside Messi, Dembele, he's the 3rd player to be put in this podium of the game. He was very, very good. Gerard Piqué stopped many, many different attacks, especially going up to people like Bergwijn and also like Irving Lozano, which are one of the fastest players right now with football. Not football has ever seen, but football right now has. He was very, very good. it just shows to you that a defender doesn't really necessarily has to have the physicality of someone like Varane. It can have a very good, it can have a very good intelligence, like someone like Chiellini, like somebody like who else, like Puyol, like they had in the time. They don't need to be like these very, very fast players to compete. No, they can be intelligent, and today Gerard Piqué read the game perfectly, and I just was outstanding with how good he was. There was especially this counter attack from, I think it was Gaston Pereiro, which started it and then passed it on to Stefan Berwing or something like that, or his last name I cannot pronounce it, sorry. You know, the other left winger, the Afro-American one, the main reason why I think Barcelona just demolished PSV today is actually not a single player in that pitch today. I think actually the reason why we won this was Ernesto Valverde. As soon as we ended the match from Real Sociedad, like the next few days, Valverde was saying that he was very, very like uneasy with how we played that game, and that's something that I was like that, other YouTubers were like that, some of you were like that. We were uneasy because this Barcelona team, like they managed to win, but they didn't play to the best of their abilities, and I think that Valverde addressed that. Perhaps some people may say that Real Sociedad is like a harder match than PSV. It may be a harder match, but the way we played today was very, very different. I'm gonna use that quote again from Mr. Zidane time and time again, because I think that quote is very, very good. Barcelona today, they didn't confuse patience with playing slowly. We had patience and we worked it correctly. Against Real Sociedad, we had patience, but we just made a fool of ourselves, like waiting too long and making the game just so slow. This game, we had patience and we had intelligence, and that was very, very, very good. I just gotta be honest, I think that this game just show how good Barcelona can be in this Champions League and how much they want it. And let's hope this will be a starting foot for the future. Let's hope that we can build on from this. Hopefully we can beat Inter, then Spurs, or Spurs, then Inter. Hopefully we can do that and just obviously progress through the knockout stages. I think that if this Barcelona team plays like they did today in every single game, we're gonna see something very, very special this campaign. This team looks very, very well placed. The chemistry once again just looked perfect. The understanding is there. Now we have to see how the substitutes incorporate into the season when we already have the Copa del Rey and stuff like that, and how they can help us in the Champions League. That's the main thing. Substitutes, they're gonna be important, but our first 11 right now just looks very, very deadly. So now guys, it's your turn to leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment box down below. For you, who was the man of the match? For me, it has to be Messi, but I would give it to Dembele. But just because of the hat-trick and everything, you cannot give it not to Messi. Like, you know, Messi has to have the man of the match. There's no way Dembele is gonna win it over Messi. But Dembele for me was like just a little bit underneath Messi today. He was really, really, really good. I want to hear your man of the match. I want to hear what you thought of the game, and I want to hear once again, how can we make this channel better? All the feedback, everything down below. We're going to be making a video, I think, of Liverpool versus PSG. I'm also going to try to cover that match and perhaps do like a roundup of like the Champions League, something a little more interesting because there are many, many different matches. Obviously they changed that now. You play like 2 matches of one group before of time, like ahead of time. We're gonna see how that works, and I'm just gonna feel that I may be doing other videos of the Champions League as well. This Champions League looks very, very interesting. This season is gonna be wonderful. Hopefully we end up with that Champions Trophy, obviously at the Camp Nou by the end of the season. So once again guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.